Hey guys, I'm Adam Cantrell here from Next Gen Arms, here to show you the top 10 gun memes of the week. Now, before we do anything in this video, I just want to give good credit to Brandon Herrera, aka the AK guy, here on YouTube. Great guy. He originated the idea of having a gun meme review, and if you haven't checked out his channel, go right ahead. I want to kind of give about the same kind of thing, except a little bit more on a weekly basis, as well as, you know, just kind of give my own little spin, my thoughts on one of the funniest gun memes, and to just continue on and make the gun culture even more prevalent on the internet. Anyways, to kind of differentiate ourselves, every single weekly video, I'm going to have a featured firearm. This week, my custom Glock 19. Great little piece right here. I have a Brownells slide on here. I don't like slides typically with cuts in them, but you know, that's just kind of, you know, my personal preference. I don't want any rocks to kind of get in them. Very cost-effective slide along with an RMR cut for when I save up and actually have an RMR. Got my high night sights on here as well for suppressor shooting, which is a lot of fun. Got a nice little Combat Armory threaded barrel here for when I do hook up my Silencer hybrid to this thing. Got no light Valkyrie because I don't need anything super great for a light. I'll probably eventually save up for a Surefire X300U. However, for now, we're gonna go with the typically exploding battery. If you guys haven't heard, there's been a couple of cases where these things will randomly explode, and I like to live in a very exhilarating light. Also, must have Talon grips, so I like a little custom job here myself for actually putting these grips on. I love how they look on this piece. And that's a bit all for this gun. I love this this handgun. I've used it a lot of times. Very, very reliable. And yeah, I didn't want to go too crazy extravagant with it because I wanted to be just cost effective with this, but so far I really like this setup. As we finish our cool guy press check right here, let's go on to the memes. Now, all these memes are exclusively from r/gun memes on Reddit. Very awesome community there. A lot of them do thank Brandon Herrera for kind of originating this concept. So again, check his YouTube channel out and also go to the subreddit. It's really awesome. All right, so for our first meme, number 10, ammo shortage of 2021. Me feeding my Gucci AR. Hot pockets, steel cased, 5.56 by 45 millimeter. 50% more jams. Hearty deliciousness, good source of FTE, made with 100% rust. Absolutely no accuracy. Not with corrosive primers. I totally feel this one, for sure. I spent a ton of money on my, I'm not gonna call it a Gucci AR, but it's definitely a very quality AR. Here, I'll go get it. So yeah, this is my AR. Got a Adam Arms BCG along with a Aero Precision upper and lower. Got a fancy old Odin Ordnance rail. Got some BCM right here. Got a, like, I think I spent like $400 on this barrel, something crazy like that. So everyone likes to go crazy with the expensive ARs, but you know, eventually you start kind of calming down and go, okay, what's most effective here? But really nice little light setup, and I don't know, I've been happy with it. All right, let's go on and pull up number 9. New gun control bill would create public registry of firearms. Anyone who's ever read a history book, I see what's happening here. Yeah, for sure. I don't understand. There's a lot of people that that don't really understand that a lot of the times when a really overpowering government goes a little too crazy, they tend to want people to register firearms or confiscate them. So yeah, that's what the Nazis did. That's what a lot of them do. So we can see kind of, you know, where this is kind of headed towards. All right, number 8. Brandon Herrera has been called out the "I'm afraid of actual beer" section. Yeah, no, for sure. Hey, I feel anyone like that. I've never liked beer. I never tried to get my hands on a ton of alcohol at an early age where like beer was like, you know, the only option, which I feel is kind of the reason why a lot of people kind of get into beer. But no, I totally drink like a sorority girl. Give me all the, you know, the White Claws, give me some Malibu, all that yummy stuff. I can't do the beer, man. I tried. I got a huge flight of them. And I just can't get down with that. But no, I relate to Brandon Herrera in this regard. All right, on to number 7. HR 127, when you get what you voted for. Hey, r/Liberal gun owners, why do you always wear that mask? Takes mask off. The biggest idiots on the internet. Let's keep that one on. Yeah, I really do not understand that subreddit. I followed it for a little bit because, you know, I'm a little bit more on the libertarian side. You know, I'm not that traditional, you know, what people would stereotype a gun owner is, you know. But so many of them wanted to vote for Biden, and Biden was very clear on the way he felt about guns. And in all fairness, I checked out the subreddit, and they are all against this bill, you know, as you'd expect, right, for gun owners to be. But yeah, a lot of them, when the election was happening, like, he's just saying that he's not actually going to do it, and it definitely happened. Now, I don't know if he was behind it or anything like that. I know he would definitely vote yes on this, but, you know, we'll just have to see. And for all those that don't know, it's a really big gun bill. It's up. I think it was led by a Democrat from Texas or something, and essentially 10-round magazine, you know, just all the typical things, National Registry for a firearm. I think another one might have been like an interview. You have to go through an interview process in order to actually get a gun. No 50 BMG, and I think just a few other things like that. I can't preach this enough. Definitely contact your representatives, you know, your House representatives, your senator, and try to get them to say, hey, like, this is a no-go. I voted for you. I want you to defend the Constitution. And that's what I've done. Guys, please just go on and just Google who your representatives are if you don't know. That's what I had to do. And then look up how to contact them, and there will also always be like some way to email them or send them a letter. Usually letters mean a lot more to these representatives, but I highly recommend you do that so we can actually prevent something like this from happening. All right, on to number 6. When the ATF kicks in your door and you can't find the right Torx bit to remove the vertical grip from your pistol. I think that's Manspot in there. I think so. I think that's him. Man, I don't mess with that, man. I keep my house in a state where any crazy thing were to happen and a law enforcement had to come into my house for some reason or another, I keep everything peppy and nice in here, man. Like, I don't, if it's not registered at SBR, I don't put a stock on it. I try to keep things just completely A-okay, just in case something like that happens. Now, I think, like, you know, there are certain pistols that can be classified as any other weapon, and you can put a vertical grip on there if its overall length is under a certain length and everything. So I don't know if it's like an absolute valid meme, but I like this. No, this is great. All right, getting into the top 5. Nobody. Absolutely nobody. People in Middle Eastern weddings. Yeah, I've always seen little like videos of this. People that will just fire guns and randomly in the middle of the air. Now, I guess if it's a random desert, you might be like okay to do that, maybe. But I really don't understand why this is. It seems to be a big trend on, you know, r/idiots with guns. If you haven't checked that page out, definitely check that out on Reddit. But I've never understood why people do this, and it's weird. All right, on to number 4. Boomers. 45 ACP. New gun owners. Yeah, man. A lot of older guys, they love their 45 ACP, and I mean, hey, if you're conditioned for that and that's the thing you like, go right ahead, man. But I like ammo capacity in my guns. I love having 15, 17 rounds of 9mm over 7 rounds of 45 ACP. But I like 45. I even got a an FN FNX, which I just absolutely love as a suppressor post. Wait, here, I'm gonna go get that. Yeah, this is my FN FNX. Love this thing. Great suppressor hope. It actually fits pretty well for someone who has got little manlet hands like me. But I love this gun, and chambered to 45 ACP. It's convenient, man. It's subsonic 9mm, not everywhere, but 45 is, so it's a great suppressor round. All right, number 3. Oh gosh, that M1 Garand. Poor thing. Ernie prepares to commit hate crime. Yeah, man, I don't understand the people that they trick out these milsurps. I mean, if you do want to sporterize a gun, I mean, you bought it, whatever you want to do. But when someone does something stupid like that, man, that definitely does enrage me, especially with such a great historic gun like a M1 Garand. That's rough. That's really rough. All right, number 2. Buying AR parts. Gas block I bought off Optics Planet didn't fit, so I had to RMA it. No! Buying AK parts. Lower handguard I bought off a sketchy.ru website with cryptocurrency. Didn't fit, so I beat it with a hammer until it did. Yeah, I love that little comparison. The AKs are so much harder to build. I've never built them, but they're known to be, they probably way more finesse. You gotta get a drill press, all that good stuff. And parts kits aren't available nearly as much as AR parts and everything. But one thing I definitely can relate to in this though is when you get a part and it's not fitting properly, and you keep getting more and more frustrated, so you just keep beating things with a hammer. Or you become a gangster gunsmith with a Dremel. I've Dremeled way too many things in my past, some for the good, but a lot for the bad. All right, now time for the best gun meme of the week. HR 127 introduced after the largest hit civilian gun sales period in history. The U.S. government. I'm in danger. Yeah, man, that's some pretty serious legislation. Now, I mean, the crappy thing about how government typically, gives legislation is that, slowly but surely they kind of keep on bringing in more and more legislation. They're not going to do the thing that a lot of people think is going to happen, which is like all right, all guns given to me, the cops will be knocking on your door. That's not going to happen, probably. But taking it little by little, and if you take up too big of a chunk, U.S. government, people get a little bit upset. So, I mean, expect huge protests, typically with armed people, kind of like what we saw in Virginia, that Virginia protest where everyone was wearing their body armor and rifles, but they were, completely cool, completely peaceful. Everything was completely fine. I did love that one guy that brought the guillotine over to the outside the governor's, I think it was the governor's, office or something like that. He brought the giant guillotine over there, and obviously it was a joke, but also had a little bit of like a, hey, we resist tyranny, just so you know. That guy was, that really got me laughing as well. But anyways, guys, those are the top 10 gun memes of the week. If you enjoyed, please go on and let me know with a like. Also, check out the Instagram page, all that good stuff. But again, credit to Brandon Herrera that started this entire series. Really appreciate his work. It's been about, a year or two since that originated, so I wanted to give it a little bit of time first before kind of doing something that's a little bit my flavor. But again, if you guys enjoyed the video, go on and like, go on and subscribe to the channel, and hope you guys have a great day.